going on, Legionnaires? Welcome to another episode of the Legion of Comic Correction, where we talk all things comic books. That part needs to be louder.
Oh my, that got up there.
It did, nice. But it needed to be.
Yeah, it got up there. You asked for it, and it came.
This movie deserves some flatulence.
Sure does.
We are back in the seat here, guys. We're trying to get Kurt
Back
again.
in the saddle again. We're back in the saddle again.
Yeah, and we're talking about Aquaman, the Lost Kingdom today. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Yeah, put some respect
today.
on that.
I forgot that and the conjunction. Junction. What's your function? What are you doing?
What's the matter?
I was looking for Mike.
Oh, right, because we're talking about Lord of the Rings.
We're talking about Lord of the Rings, all three movies, right?
All condensed. No,
Where's Mike?
Well, we decided to do Aquaman.
He's right here.
We got 3 mics.
Oh,
look at that, man. That was
wait,
sharp.
time out.
His real name's Andrew.
I need
anyway.
some clarification. We're not talking about Lord of the Rings.
No, unfortunately, we're talking about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. You'll understand when we get.
I don't understand.
Well, you'll understand when we get moving. But if you guys
Will I?
I think so.
Yeah.
Here's the deal: if you've seen Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, then you've already seen the Lord of the Rings trilogy. If you've seen the Lord of the Rings trilogy, you've already seen Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. In fact, I would venture to say that Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom...
Is that girl math?
That's science.
That's science.
That's science.
Right
Science. Okay.
And Mike,
Okay.
We're talking about Mike. Mike, hear me out on this. Is right. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom right about on the same level as
On
Lord
par.
of the Rings trilogy. I
I think
it's
Mike
very
actually
similar.
may kill us for that statement.
Well, then, you know what? Then
Mike's
I think
at the door.
he will
I'm just kidding.
reach through the screen
bursts through the
and
wall.
start strangling us.
Well, you know what? He's wrong.
Oh.
Because I think this is top-notch cinema. If you guys like talking about comic books and movies and video games and all kinds of
Or
stuff,
trash.
this is
We talk
the
about a lot
podcast
of
for
trash
you.
and garbage.
A lot
We
of
do
trash
talk
and
a
garbage.
lot about the garbage. Actually, none of us are wearing garbage
A
hats
lot
today.
of trash and garbage went out of the studio.
He's got the garbage hat there.
There it is.
Actually, you know
There
what?
It is.
This deserves it.
This deserves
This
garbage
deserves
hat.
Let me just do this real
All
quick.
right, well, if you guys like this kind of stuff, make
Aquaman
sure...
tried to attack us here in the studio.
That's right.
He sent water up
sent water through
the floor into
right.
the studio
That's
to
right.
attack us.
That's right.
Because he knew what we were going to say about this movie.
That's true. If you don't know what we're talking about, join our Patreon because there's a
Yep.
post up there that is talking about some water issues. We'll go into it a little bit more. Everything's safe. Everybody's okay.
Except for Logan's
Harry-
pride. That's
Harry,
what-
Nobody drowned.
Can you do a quick one for me? Can you
We got-
define what flooding is?
That's when the systems that are in place to hold and retain the water are then just overcome by the amounts of water that are coming down.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you.
Well,
Thank
I-
you.
good.
Thank you
I
for the
wasn't
clarification,
sure.
sir.
I really wasn't
appreciate
sure.
it. I didn't. All I knew
tough
You're a
was
little
like
hazy on
flooding,
that.
water.
a
I didn't
tou-
know any more information.
Flooding
water.
ban, flooding
Big
ban,
waters.
Big waters.
Water World,
Waterworld. Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Yeah.
Aquaman.
Got it.
All comes back to Aquaman.
Transit. That's the transitive
that's-
property.
well, and
That's the transitive property.
That's
I understand
what
that.
That's what makes a good movie.
Yep.
It all comes back
Science.
to this movie. Science and eels.
Science and eels makes
Yeah.
good movies.
Charlie Day understands it.
I don't think we need to say this, but spoilers?
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Well, anyway,
Definitely.
before we get into that, if you guys like this kind of stuff, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit
Just
that
like and
bell.
subscribe.
That helps the almighty algorithm. If you don't want
We'd
to
love
really,
to have you a part of the Legion.
yeah, if you don't
family.
wanna- if you don't want to listen to
Just
us,
come on
Sorry,
in.
just subscribe. We're
Come
okay
on
with
in.
you being like a third cousin twice removed.
We don't have
just
friends.
subscribe and
Yep.
that's it.
Yep.
We have family.
Yeah, you know what?
We
And,
have
and
family,
you know what?
that's
I'm
true.
looking at. I'm
That's
looking
true.
at all you guys out there. About 30% in our
Deep in your
analytics.
soul.
About 30%
Are
of the
listening.
people who are listening are subscribers.
Yeah.
But the other 70% are
What-
not.
what's going on?
What's going on, 70%?
Come on in.
It's just
the
a button.
water.
Just click
Literally,
the
the
button.
water's fine.
The water's fine. What you don't know is that what you don't know is that we're sitting
How
on top
dare you?
of all this water right now.
How dare you?
You gotta do better. I'm holding you, to a
You
higher
above
standard.
all
I'm
people.
holding you to a higher standard.
You.
Me.
You are a father on the fourth degree. I almost said fifth degree.
You're right, I guess.
Don't
put that
If
evil
anyone
on
has
me.
to be held to
Don't
a
put
higher
that evil
standard,
on me.
if anyone
put
has to
that
be held to
evil
a
on me.
higher standard, it's
You
you.
had 4
That's true.
children to
get-
redefine and to make better
Okay.
your
All
dad
right.
jokes.
All right,
So-
I'll get there.
All
I'll
right,
get
well,
there.
if
Gotta
you want to
warm
like and
back
subscribe,
up.
guys, that's the easiest way you can support. If you want to support in a little bit of a better way or a little bit of a bigger way,
Bigger
it
way.
might not be better.
Bigger, better.
Bigger,
Depends.
better. Depends on if you like sweet merch. You can go and click the link down in the description below to our store, legionofcc.com. We got a lot of stuff on that website.
Just a great
including
website.
Our merch
Just
store
a
where you
fun
can buy
website.
sweet merch like all of that right
I'm wearing
there.
a lot here today.
Woo!
A lot here. The kicks.
and the shoes.
The kicks as
Boom!
always, my
Love
man.
it. Yeah.
Route
Love it.
66.
You sleep in those things, don't you?
Yes. Oh, they never come off.
They never come off your
Never
feet.
come off.
They're
If you guys
actually
wouldn't mind
your
sending
feet.
some Lysol spray
Yeah.
too, that might be good too.
It might be good.
Nope.
Sweet merch like this, and sweet merch like that garbage hat over there. And
Do you have an
there's
on
more.
underneath? He's got the
QR code. Scan my code.
That's
Scan
the
my
code.
code.
That definitely didn't work.
Probably
Nope.
not. But
I don't
if
even
you
think
buy-
it works if you're like this.
No, it does.
But-
it does. I tried
Oh, it
it.
does?
Yeah, if you buy that shirt.
Oh no, the pants don't work. I don't
The
think.
pants.
if you buy that shirt, it's got QR codes. You can scan it. It takes you to all of our major
It was a really good
socials.
idea. It
was a
was,
good
a
idea.
good idea in
Just trying
theory.
to think outside the box.
Yeah.
Or in.
If you, oh yeah, that's true. Inside the box of the QR code.
Yep.
If you want to subscribe in an even more personal way, you can join our Patreon down below. We get exclusive
Fun
content,
stuff.
like
Fun
stuff about
stuff.
what happened
You
with
take
us. in water.
quizzes. You can grade our quizzes.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
We
Yep.
put
can do
a
manual
weekly
labor
assessment
for
up
us.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can.
You could help me
pay
put
off our home
sandbags down
loans.
in my basement. Yep.
Right. All those things and more,
Where we definitely aren't.
including extra podcasts.
We're in the studio.
artwork and episodes that come out a day early. So
Yeah.
go there and join up. We would love to have you as part of the Legion. All
Of
right.
course.
It's this is our first like official comic correction of the year.
Yeah.
Of 2024.
Not a good one.
It only took 13 days.
Not,
not bad.
a
Well,
good one.
A little bit more than that. It's not going to come out today.
Wow. Time is relative.
Time is relative, that's right.
I'm not doing a time travel on
Time
this
travel.
one. Stop. I'm not getting
you know-
involved.
You
in-
should love this movie
Pause
then, because
it.
there was
There
no
was
time travel.
in
Pause it.
Aquaman. You
It
know,
doesn't.
you know what might have fixed Aquaman?
Time,
though?
you,
Time
guys
travel.
you guys are missing the point here. You guys are missing the
Yeah,
point
what's
here.
the point?
Time travel automatically makes it a garbage movie. Okay,
True.
period.
So it has to work its way out of that.
So you- okay,
But
okay, so
but a movie
Avengers
that
Endgame
doesn't
is
have
a garbage
time
movie?
travel doesn't mean it's automatically a good movie. That doesn't
True,
make it
true,
a good
that's true.
movie just because it doesn't have time travel.
Interesting.
So Avengers Endgame is a garbage movie.
I think it could have been better.
That's true.
So
but
that's
it's
your
not the same as
starting
garbage.
point. It has to work its way
It
out
works
of
It has
garbage.
to
garbage.
work
Out of
its way
It's got
out
to fight
of
its
it.
way
Yeah.
through the
So
7
Endgame,
layers of
you're-
garbage.
Endgame-
If you're time travel, you're like garbage, and then you saw the
Endgame
movie,
worked
like,
its
okay.
way out of time travel,
Right.
and it's one of the very few that has ever
Sure.
been able to do that. That's my only point.
That and the Flash.
That's my point. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh.
If anything, that went deeper than garbage.
You want to
Hot
cut the
fiery.
wound. You wanted to reopen the wound.
All right, well, let's seal that wound.
With more DC
No,
content.
no, but it is.
Oh
it's,
my
it's
God.
the last of the DCEU. The
Yeah.
final.
We need to bury
movie.
this.
Let's
we need
bury
to
it.
bury it and we need to say a prayer over it. We need to never allow it to come back to life. This cannot zombify in any way, shape, or form. DCEU dead.
All right, we're not talking about him. We're talking about James Wan today and his Aquaman sequel, Aquaman the Lost Kingdom.
Who?
So he's Wan. He's the
Oh,
director.
okay. No,
Yeah.
I thought, okay. All right.
Did you say James Cameron?
No, I thought
He has
I
water
thought you
movies.
said Jason, my mama. Like, I thought we were
My
talking
mama.
about
Jason, my mama.
Jason, my
I wish
mama.
Jason Momoa was my mama.
my mama.
Let's get
Well, that
into
would work.
let's get into our Carnage report.
Science.
All right, Carnage report time. What do you guys think? What do you think the budget was?
Budget,
It's a lot
200
of-
million.
there's a- huh? What'd you say?
200 million
200
in
million.
terms of
218
the actual,
million.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. So we talked about this
Yeah.
before. I'm going to go back
Yeah.
to it one more time. I'm going back to the well. It's the last one of the year, and that
Right,
being
right,
last year, 2023.
Right.
That was a part of the DCEU slate that got a big chunk of that
Yeah.
$1.2 million
Right, right,
in
of
terms of
advertising and stuff.
advertising to put into
there's
it.
a lot of CG
and this
in
is
this.
the biggest one.
There's a lot of
And
CG in
so
this.
I'm
It's all
saying
underwater.
before advertising, I'm
Yeah,
calling it 200 million, and then I would say on top of it with the advertising, this one got at
No
least,
caveats. Just
this
give
is
a
my
number.
only caveat.
Nope.
I'm saying
200 million. He's what he said.
200 million in terms of making the film. Let's start there.
But that's what the number is.
And that's what he's talking about.
I'm just adding a complexity.
So what you're
to
adding
it.
is information that's not needed. Got it. I said 218.
You said 218.
For this movie
it's
to
really
gross
funny.
a profit, I would have to say it would need to make above $700
Right, but we're not talking about
million.
how much it needs to make. We're just talking about how much they spent.
Do you think that other people might be interested in that? They
No
don't-
one's interested in this
No, you don't
movie.
understand because yes, yes, agreed. You are correct.
Thank you.
However, I want to show you how
Anyway,
bad.
how much do you
I
think,
want to show
Chris?
you how bad. I want to show you how bad it would need to gross over $700 million to make its money back.
But that's
on
the
this
thing.
movie.
You don't need to drag it through the mud because it's already underneath the
It's
subterranean.
already in the water.
It's in the water.
It's literally
We
in
don't
the
need to
water.
drag it through the
It's
mud.
sunk so deep, it's in the depths of Atlantis. That's how bad it is.
Good.
Go
I like
ahead.
that.
Well
You're
done.
welcome.
So
Well
I
done,
can't.
sir.
Thank
Good.
you.
I can't guess because I know.
I know.
No,
I'm just trying to move it along.
Thank you.
go ahead.
So you guys you're hilarious. 218. It was they believe it was between 200 and 215 million.
Oh, wow, look
So
at
you
that.
guys were right in the right spot. One of the most expensive DCEU movies
That's
ever
disgusting.
So stupid.
made. Okay? And
So stupid.
right now, as of
Wait, are we going to guess this number?
Yeah, we will. This is recording January 13th, so it's run a considerable amount of its time in the theaters.
Sure.
Right.
How much do you think it's made so
It's
far?
been, what, over 20 days?
Worldwide.
Or,
Man, I really want to
No,
go.
right about
released-
20 days.
It was released. When was it released?
Christmas Day, wasn't
Was
it?
it a Christmas Day
I
I
one?
think it's a Christmas Day release.
so the day before.
Yeah, something
Right.
like that.
So we're almost
Yeah.
at 20 days.
somewhere around there.
December 22nd was when it was released.
okay.
Okay.
So a little bit earlier, December 22nd. But still, we've been in the theater. The main surge of moviegoers has
Right,
happened
it's
at this
happened,
point.
so.
They're not going to get much more out of this movie. What do you think?
I'm going to say
270
78 million.
Yeah, that's
78 for worldwide? Jeez.
No,
All right.
I mean that's what I'm trying to think here. I'm gonna
78
go.
million. Wow.
I'm gonna go 243 million.
243 million.
243 million because that's still atrocious. But
is still
I
atrocious.
really don't. I still think worldwide it's probably I want to say like 97 million, but I know that can't be correct.
No. And you know what? James Wan
247 million.
James Wan's first Aquaman was one of the highest grossing DCEU films. And
Yeah.
it was great. It was a
It was
really
a
fun
solid
ride.
film. It was a
good.
solid film.
It wasn't like amazing, but it was
No.
a lot of fun. I'd watch it again.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd
it was
watch
fun.
Aquaman again, the first one.
It was fun. And Jason Momoa is a big draw.
Big
People like
draw.
him.
Yeah, he's great.
Especially with Fast X. You know, like he's kind of in the people's
especially
mind.
Fast X.
Right, yeah. They want to see more of him. And people, I think, are looking at this as the last time I get to see him as Aquaman. So
Yeah.
most likely. So we're going to, we want to go and see that. So right now they're sitting at 339 million.
Wow.
Worldwide.
All right.
So
than I thought.
102 million in the United States and 236 in internationally.
I think that
So
tracks.
only
for me.
102
For me, that tracks.
in the United
Yeah.
States. So that's terrible.
What was its opening weekend?
Let me see. Opening weekend.
That's what.
27 million. 27
Yeah,
million
that's
opening
horrible.
weekend. 27 million.
I don't
Holy-
think,
Yeah.
dude, I don't
That's just a
think
little bit
movies.
higher
It
than
drowns.
Shazam.
I don't think movies.
Come
Give
on.
him a
That
little
one.
bit. Give him a little bit. We want to
Thank
I don't think movies that are released, especially superhero movies that are released around Christmas time, it's stupid.
People want to see family movies.
Here's
People don't want to go see movies in general.
But if
I
they go,
always
they want to
thought
see like a
that.
family cutie movie.
no, but hold on, Harry. I always thought that. I
Uh-huh.
agree with you on it.
He
I
goes every
personally
day, every
agree
Christmas
with it. No. But what
He
I
leaves his
did
family
hear,
he goes to the theaters.
I've talked with other people about this, and they've
Yeah.
told me that they actually like once the morning is over. People are always
People
like
go and do stuff.
They go and do stuff.
Yeah.
But
And
not
I've
go to see the
heard
movie.
Some
There's no
some
way.
people
But here's
do.
the thing.
Some
Here's the
people
way.
I've
The
heard
day
some
after,
people
maybe.
do.
Well, but here's
The
the
day
thing.
after that,
definitely the day
maybe.
after,
Here's the thing, though, about the day of. So I used to think the same thing.
Yeah.
But like when I think back on it, my family, we would a lot of times I feel like we would watch a movie at home, but we were kind of poor. So like it was cheaper to watch a movie at home, but we still wanted to watch a movie.
Right.
So
Sure.
I think if we had the money and we're like we're going to go out there and blow it on
Yeah,
a
but
movie,
things weren't open.
go and watch a
Like,
movie.
I guarantee
maybe not.
movie theaters were not open when you were a kid. Even when I was a
Probably not.
kid.
Wait, on
That's
How
Christmas
old
Day.
do you think we are?
You're
Well,
10 years older than me. So.
I know, but how old? Like, no.
Well, then so he
it was-
knows.
I mean, no, but I meant like.
Yes, I know. I'm
I meant
old
like,
you are.
like if you actually think back, like
That's
no,
true.
movie
I
theaters
don't know.
were open.
Were they open on Christmas Day?
There's no
Yeah.
shot.
Yes.
There's no shot.
I
Yes.
don't know, man.
There's
Yes.
no shot.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
They might have been
I'd
open
bet
Christmas Eve.
a lot of money on that.
So look it up on your phone while I do it.
You
while
go
I
ahead.
through
Keep
this. All
keep
right.
working.
So needless to say,
Yeah.
this movie is doing horribly financially. It is the 5th box office bomb in a row for DC Comics.
But that's what I'm trying to make the point on. Is
Right.
it's not even half of what it would need to
Oh,
make
100%.
to be able to
Sure.
It's doing
start
terribly.
earning money
Yeah,
back on it.
So we had the Suicide Squad was a box office fail. Even though we liked that as a movie, a lot of people liked it as a movie, but it released on HBO Max at the same time as the theaters, and so people just didn't go see it. They saw it on HBO Max. They didn't really see it in theaters. So box office wise, the Suicide Squad was a bomb. And then last year was the rest of them. It was Shazam,
Yeah.
The Flash, Blue Beetle, and Aquaman.
Well, that's
All
the thing.
of them
Is
were box office
Aquaman
bombs.
was probably the number 2 for the slot of the year of 2023.
Oh yeah, The
I would
Flash
say
was their big push.
The Flash
And
and,
then
the
Aquaman.
Batman. Like,
But the Batman wasn't last year.
no, I mean, saying
Oh, you mean right, yeah,
Keaton
for sure.
in the Flash.
Oh yeah.
Literally, I can look up on Box Office Mojo Christmas Day box office for 1990. Christmas Day box office.
All right, maybe they were open. Suckers
So they
having to
were.
work on Christmas Day. It's
For
like-
example, the two movies that you can see here in 1990,
1990.
Christmas Day,
Yeah.
The Godfather Part 3
Oh, that's a
and
classic Christmas
Kindergarten
That
Cop.
came out.
And Kindergarten Cop. Yo, the
Those were the
Godfather.
top two movies on Christmas Day in 1990.
The Godfather
Does that
trilogy
prove
is
that-
a classic Christmas.
That proves that
tradition.
theaters were open.
Right, the theater that you could go and see.
You could go
At
and
least
see a movie.
in some places.
Where?
Yes. in
I want
I
Allentown
have proved
and
my point.
White Plains, New York.
I don't
Or where
need
did
to
you
go
live?
any further.
Japan.
I
Yeah,
have
Japan.
proved
Orange
my
County,
point.
New York. All right, well let's keep moving. So we've got our cast for Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom. It's mostly returners, but Jason Momoa comes back as Arthur Curry, Patrick Wilson.
Solid cast with one glaring issue.
I don't even see her on here. No. Patrick Wilson as King Orm. Oh man, I can't do this guy's name. Yahya Abdul-Mateen. I think I did that right.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. The
We'll go with
second,
that.
Good for you.
as Black Manta. Man, he was great. I think they wasted him. Like I think he
I'm
had
sorry,
a lot
they
of
just
time.
wasted him.
Well, sure, but
They
Just
only him.
but
Yep.
like
They
here's the
only
deal.
wasted him.
You got a sweet comic accurate Black Manta.
Yep.
His suit is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
He's very menacing. Like he does a great job as a villain.
You don't think
And it just like they had him like fake Smeagol talking to
you don't think Jason Momoa
Cordax.
was a good Aquaman?
Oh, I think he was. But,
Oh,
but
so
you know
he
what?
wasn't wasted?
No. But here's the thing.
What
I
about
think-
Orm? You don't think he was a good ocean master?
I think they both did a good job in this movie. I think they screwed over Black Manta's lines
that's
and
what
like just
in-
his development.
Got
Like,
you.
Jason
Got you.
Momoa.
You're saying specifically
Aquaman,
this movie.
Aquaman and King Orm.
Okay.
Aquaman and Orm had a relatively good character arc in this movie and some good character development. But I think Black Manta just didn't. He just
Right.
kind of they regulated him to
Really
like this
messed
just
him
kind of just
Really
background
messed him up.
villain.
Got it. That's what you're saying.
Nicole Kidman came back as Atlanta, Jason Momoa's mother.
Atlanta.
Is it Atlanta?
I think it's at
Like
maybe I'm
Atlantis?
wrong.
Atlanta?
I
Who?
thought it was like Atlantis.
Nicole Kidman's character, Atlanta or Atlanta. Atlanta just sounds like Atlanta,
Georgia.
Georgia. Did
I
you
mean,
know-
Atlan
did you
is
hear-
the
Well,
King
Atlantis
Atlan.
is in
That's true, Atlan. Did you-
Atlantis is in
is
Georgia.
with the devil.
That's where he
Did-
went.
That's true.
Did
He
you
went down
hear?
there.
Did you hear that Nicole Kidman's AMC suit, like the suit that she wears when she does the
Yeah, like,
we go to the
theaters.
movies.
Oh, yeah.
With her weird
It's on
accent.
auction right now.
No.
Why?
We should buy it and put it in our studio.
Oh my gosh. That would be the most
Nicole
random
Kidman's-
thing.
So we're not buying a
to own.
Lamborghini anymore.
No,
we're
we're
buying
buying
Nicole
Nicole
Kidman's.
Random thing
suit
to own.
pants.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
I bid 47 cents.
it's probably gonna go for a lot more.
48.
You think?
Yeah, because
Oh.
of all the people that like it, there's even more people that see it as like the thing to make fun of, and so they're gonna want to buy it as like just a gag thing. Like
49 cents.
we're gonna see after we're done.
All right.
We'll look up how much it costs.
Check out cost.
Randall Park comes back as his Dr. Stephen Shin. He played him at the very end of Aquaman 1.
Somebody's got to give
He's back.
Randall Park
Yo,
a
he needs to
bigger
get
role.
he needs
Somebody's
to-
got to give him more.
It's the MCU, man. He needs to come back in the MCU and actually be something. He
Give
needs
him-
to-
give
I
him
always
something
said
real.
he needs to be Mr. Fantastic.
Randall Park?
Yeah, because people have been asking for so long for Jim to be Mr. Fantastic, and that's Jim.
It's true.
Oh,
From The
I
Office,
got you.
yeah.
Well done. Well
Yeah,
done.
right?
Good
that's
move.
That's a deep dive.
That's a great
That is
movie.
a deep
That's a
dive.
great-
well,
yeah.
good.
Or, I mean,
well
show.
done.
Great
that
show.
that episode is funny.
Yeah. Yes.
Where the pictures are with him and Pam.
And the family and everything. Oh my goodness. He's so confused.
And like, doesn't he kiss? Like he kisses her.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
like,
"What?
kiss
My
me
wife?"
goodbye.
He
Yeah.
kisses her, and she's like, "I love you," and he's like, "I love you too." And like,
Yep.
That's so good. Randall Park is great. Tamara Morrison, the GOAT, comes back as Tom Curry, Aquaman's dad. Dolph Lundgren comes back
My
as
man.
King Nereus. My word. John Rhys Davis, Gimli's in this one as the Brine King, the Crab King. So
yeah,
he's
Crab
here.
King, man.
And then Martin Short plays the Kingfish
the
in the Pirate
Kingfish.
Cove, which is crazy to think that he's
Martin
there.
Short-
What's your
awesome.
opinion of
Martin
the
Short is
Kingfisher, Logan?
I thought it was terrible.
Kingfisher?
Yeah.
The Kingfish, yeah, the when they went to the pirate haven.
Arg.
I think he fell asleep during that part.
I'm what's the word? What's that word that
On the fence,
no, I'm like
you're an expert on this topic.
Ignorant to that.
Is a little bit. I think that's probably the word. And then
wait. Which
knowing.
character is
And
it?
then
Which character is it?
and he was
Kingfish.
He was the
Oh,
Kingfish.
Kingfish.
Yeah, the Kingfish.
Oh.
yeah, that guy.
Oh, wait.
That guy.
Time out.
Right,
He's
the
the
guy.
one with all the horses, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, they go to-
Totally.
Yeah,
he
definitely not
goes-
hammerhead, shark.
No, he was
No. But he goes.
Jabba
He
the
goes
Hutt.
to his specifically his major base, right? His
the major base.
His castle. That's their really their defensive point,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it only really has one weakness.
That was good. That was great.
It really
You did
only
a
has
really
one
good job.
weakness,
Yeah.
right? That grate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of Dark Lords,
Right.
That's correct.
I'm going to say this name wrong too. Pilo Asbeck. I'm going to say it wrong because it has the I don't even know what
accent
umlaut?
mark?
Does
No.
it have the umlaut?
No, it's that where
O
like
with
the
a double-
No, the A and the E are like combined as a single letter. I don't really know what that means.
Oh.
But anyway, he played
That's
Kordax.
pronounced. Z-
Probably not.
Definitely not that.
He plays
Watch it
Kordax.
actually be that.
Kordax,
Be ridiculous.
the evil king that is trying to bring his kingdom back. The seventh,
Kordax,
the
cool
lost
name.
kingdom.
Sauron.
Lame.
Yeah, and we'll talk about him in the comics. He's
Sauron.
actually
Yeah,
a very
Sauron.
interesting character in the comics.
Sauron or Sodomon?
More like Sauron than Sauron.
Sauron, right?
Yeah.
Amber Heard, then Logan's favorite
That's
character.
Saruman.
Logan's comes back as Mara, and she was actually we were. I mean, it's been all over the internet. How much is she going to be in it? She's actually in it pretty much. She didn't say a lot. She yelled a lot.
What are
and
some
she
of her
fought a lot.
powers again?
She can control water. Like she
Right.
can like create bubbles and tornado things.
Poop
in the
on
water.
pillows?
Only when she's on land.
Oh, yeah, okay, got it.
Not in the sea. She doesn't pollute the ocean.
Got it.
So she's in there as Mara, and she is in there a considerable amount. I mean,
Surprisingly.
Yeah, well, their kid Aqualad is in this movie as he's a baby and he can talk to fish and stuff.
Aqualad.
Yeah, and so they got. I mean, I guess they could have just said she died. I thought for sure that when Black Manta came in and like attacked their house, that Mara was going to be there and she's going to die.
Yeah.
Or when he attacked Atlantis, that Mara was good because she almost died. She had she went to a hospital. She went to
Let's
conch shell.
be honest. There's plenty of opportunities.
There was
for
lots
her
of
to
opportunities
die
for her to die
in this movie.
She didn't die in any of them though.
They-
She lived.
They easily could have killed her off.
She lived in
there's
all of
no
them.
future for her in. There's no DCEU.
She should have been killed a long time
So
ago.
like they could have killed anybody.
They could have.
Anybody could have died.
All of them could have died.
They could have gone in a real different
Well,
direction.
you know what?
Aquaman dies. Orm's back. We run with an Orm storyline. We could have done that.
If they would have used I found the name of it, orichalcum.
Orichalcum.
Weird name. If they would have just continued to use the orichalcum and it would have polluted the planet and it would have just burned the planet up.
Oh,
then
yeah.
we could have just had it.
That's a
that
good
be the end.
storyline too.
Scorched
Yeah.
earth.
Right. I mean, that's what he was trying to do. I assume.
When a woman cuts her head off.
Yeah. Yeah, there's this Flashpoint piece there. You could have brought that in.
Well, not in this movie.
Why not?
Why
On
not?
it.
There's no future.
Who cares?
Do everything.
Reverse Flash just appears out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brings the other Aquaman in. He cuts
Right.
off her head.
Just freaking go.
It could have
Just
done
go
that.
with
It could have been there.
So,
All right.
I mean, you could have really. That would have been the
Yeah.
most. That would have been the best move. That would have been the best move. Just do whatever you want. Just make it crazy as all heck. It's
Yeah.
not like it can get worse.
Well,
true.
it was pretty crazy. I mean, they did put there was a lot of crazy stuff in it. I mean, they went. I mean, James Wan definitely knows how to do an action piece. He knows how to do some fun stuff, and there was some fun stuff in it, but it was a bit of a mess. All right, well let's do source material real quick, and then we'll jump into the actual review.
Cool.
So source comes from two main ones. I got some of this background here from CBR.com and a few other places as well. But the two main areas they seem to draw from. A few other places
like the comic books.
Yeah. Well, I mean, about the revenue, because I don't know. Do you read Aquaman?
I am not a huge fan of Aquaman.
I didn't read Aquaman much.
Well, here's the funny thing. Like, I said it before. Like Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
wow.
Is over. He's actually not a very good comic book representation.
No, he is
of
now.
Aquaman.
They kind of redesigned him to kind of fit. It's kind of like a Star-Lord thing where they redesigned him to look like Chris
but
Pratt.
when they first brought him in,
blonde hair, blue eyes.
No, he's not.
Short hair.
And I think it's better now. But if
great.
you actually read the comics, like Aquaman comics, it's very different than the representation we get with Jason Momoa.
For sure.
And
Agreed.
So, like, the comic book representation, I've always felt bad because, like, Aquaman gets kind of the shaft in everything.
He does it in this movie a bit. He's like, I talk to fish. He talks about that a lot. Yeah. He's like, I just talk to fish.
Like, even if you watch, like, we absolutely love Pete Holmes and all of his, like, firings.
Yeah,
and he's done a series on firing the Justice League as
from
Batman
Zack Snyder,
now.
Right.
And it's phenomenal,
It's really
first off. But, like, he breaks it down. He's like, so what are some of your powers? And he's like,
I'm
well,
the
I can
king of
control.
Atlantis.
I'm the king of Atlantis. So that gives you a better opportunity to talk to fish. And
he's like, if we're ever on trouble on a boat, we'll call you. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Get out of
it's
here.
like was the Harley Quinn show like makes fun of him talking to fish and stuff. The Harley Quinn show. And
it's there's a character in that show, The Boys, that no one should ever watch, but they like make fun of him.
Yeah,
I don't know what his name is. But
he ends up eating his octopus friend.
Yeah, like they make him. Yeah, the
they
deep.
make him eat his octopus buddy. Who's sentient. Yeah, well,
there's more to that storyline there.
Well, 100%. But there's the Family Channel.
It's
trying to keep it
is
a little bit. So do you read Aquaman?
No, we are
all
getting
time
blocked on stuff just because I yell.
Yeah, it's true. You don't. You don't. Yeah, none of us read Aquaman very much.
No, because in the comics he's kind of this like high and mighty guy, but realism, he's kind of lame.
The best storyline that I have read with Aquaman is Flashpoint.
Yeah, Flashpoint, he's super cool.
He's amazing because his power, he actually does have the power that he could literally just take over everything.
Right. And
if he actually got everybody in the ocean united behind him,
right,
and went the freaking Orm route from the Ocean Master route from the first movie, if he actually did that, there's no stopping him.
So
there's zero stopping him.
What you're saying is he's a cooler villain.
He is a better villain. Aquaman would be a better villain.
Sure, yeah.
Well, anyway, so the two main runs
has been a better villain.
The two main runs we're looking at, and I don't know how much James Wan really kind of went into these runs, but the Aquaman Chronicles and the Legend of Aquaman. The Aquaman Chronicles have a little bit more to do, I believe, with Kordax, and the Legend of Aquaman is more about the warring brothers and having to kind of come together. So there's a little bit there because we see that James Wan came out and said he wanted to make this a story about brothers and about kind of Orm and and Aquaman, connecting and working together.
If there's anything that actually was shown there that did that well, that's the only thing that really actually worked.
Right. Yeah. But again, Kordax was a character that they took from the comics. He is from the comics, but he is not a king of a seventh kingdom. He is, and I'm reading this from CBR, he is the son of Dardanus, a wicked Atlantean sorcerer, and Dardanus' cousin Korra, who has been assaulted by him. Due to circumstances of his birth, he was born in a disfigured, scaly state that resembled a humanoid fish.
I wonder why they went with the Lost Kingdom route.
They decided to instead make him a king of an ancient kingdom that created a black trident that would help him rule the seven seas.
Do you honestly think that
a little bit different?
I mean, we were joking about it, but do you think they literally looked at success of Lord of the Rings and were like, I'm going to tap into that to a certain extent? Because why wouldn't they just go the evil sorcerer route? Why, like, that's an
it's a
easy
good
route.
story.
That's a good story.
It's a good story.
That's a good term.
I know.
Like, why would you then make the pivot for him to be a lost
Dark Lord.
kingdom of a Dark Lord? It doesn't make sense. Literally, we're saying Dark Lord, and when you say Dark Lord, there's only one thing that comes to mind, and it's
Voldemort and Sauron.
You're
I feel
right.
like are
You're
like
right. Two.
quintessential.
I will give you 2.
But yeah, I wonder how much of this is just coincidental, like
I
fantasy.
mean, it could be because
correlation,
technically,
but
if he's
Can't
pushing
believe
the
it's
brother,
coincidental.
if he's pushing the brother like atmosphere,
that was his thought.
it was Cortex is King Atlan's brother. Like that is the piece of it. So.
Right. There's a
So it's not like some
trying to
random
connect
wizard
there.
that's like pissed off. It is his brother who wanted to be more in
Who wants to be
control.
a
That's a
king,
good
yeah.
connection. There,
So
Harry.
he wants to almost like usurp him, but at the same point, it is the same plot as Lord of the Rings.
I'm giving you
Besides
close.
the brother.
Golf clap on making
you.
that connection around
Well,
particularly the brother focus.
guess-
So if he's trying to do that good stuff.
Boromir and Faramir are the only real brothers
Right.
in Lord of the Rings. Mike, tell us if we're wrong. I think they're the only ones in the main story. There's no other brothers. I mean, Legolas.
Merry and Pip,
They're not brothers.
cousins?
I mean, all the
I thought they were brothers.
all the hobbits are.
No.
Well, Merry and Pip are,
No,
brothers.
it's Merry, Brandybook, and Pippin Took.
Oh, right.
All of them.
Right,
all of them
right,
are.
right,
I mean,
right.
all of the hobbits are.
They're all
related.
Bred to
Yeah.
some degree. I
Mike
think.
just shouldn't watch this episode. He's
No,
going to
Mike, watch it.
absolutely kill us.
He should.
He's
You
going to
watch us and comment down below to get that stuff running. All right, let's
one of
go
those
into
comments is just going to be like, wrong.
because we probably are. Listen, we never admit that we're right about everything. We just admit
No.
that we are right about all of our opinions.
Right.
That's correct.
That is correct.
Right.
Yep.
You're
If
wrong.
you have an opinion that's different than ours, you're probably wrong.
Yes.
I think so. Let's get into our comic review. Boom! All right, comic review time.
Is that your whole review?
Here's
No.
the thing.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing. If this wasn't an Aquaman movie and it was just like a fantasy
Interesting.
movie, would it be good?
No.
No, it would be like a John Carter or whatever, like those movies.
Yeah,
John
it would
Carter
be,
Mark-
100%.
Yeah, like that's what it would be
100%.
like, but
Just-
underwater.
Poor Taylor.
Like
Kish,
a really...
I think his name was. He was Gambit, and then he was John Carter, and then he
Yeah.
just fell away from everything. And he wasn't
Yeah.
that bad of an actor. He just got 2 roles that should have been something big,
Well, and written
they
wrong.
were both bad.
written terribly. Yes.
Speaking
yes.
of
I
Gambit,
will
real
give you that.
quick, Channing Tatum still okay with him being Gambit? There's still
Yeah,
talks about him.
whatever.
I'm just curious.
Whatever. I don't really care. I kind
I
of feel
don't
like
know.
it's a.
Can you see
It's-
Channing
this
I
Tatum?
think you know what it
Here's
is.
what's
Can you
tough
see
about
Channing
this.
Tatum
Okay.
with long hair though?
This is
That's
what
the
it is.
problem. I
No,
can't.
I can't see him with long hair.
It's
That's
similar
really tough.
feeling. It's a similar
Oh no,
feeling.
you can see him with long hair. You would just need to watch. He has long hair in 21 Jump Street.
Oh, yeah,
when
at
the
one
flashback?
point.
when
yeah.
he's on the flashback. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He
This
looks-
is
but he
the-
looks bad.
This is the feeling.
Yeah.
What it is.
Yeah.
It's the feeling of
Robert Pattinson.
Robert
being
Pattinson's
Batman.
Batman.
Oh, good
to a
call.
lesser
Yeah.
degree.
Yeah.
I
But
knew exactly where
The
you're
thing
going with
is that
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson has actually done quite a few
Yeah.
good movies.
legitimately,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Channing Tatum's done The Dog.
He was.
Well, no, but
And,
serious roles, like
That is a serious role.
Dog is a serious role.
no. What I'm trying to say is,
And, like,
what
what is
I'm
it,
trying to say,
President
Channing
Down?
Tatum
What
has
was that?
done good movies.
I don't know.
I
What was
would
that movie with
I would
the-
argue
Magic
21
Mike?
Jump Street
Yeah.
is a good movie.
Yeah, 21 Jump Street's
but
funny,
it's a completely
but it's a
different
comedy.
role. Exactly.
Well, but
That's what I'm
Gambit,
trying to say.
Gambit's a funny dude.
Yeah,
he's like
can
a
be.
he's like a
Sure,
you know,
but like
oh,
right
I'm
we
talking
did
about like
that.
a heavy hitting studio.
I love this girl.
Like, this is
who
a
sucks my
heavy hitting
power out.
studio.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's done heavy hitting stuff. Gambit, Channing Tatum, right?
Magic Mike.
Magic Mike. He did New Guy or Free Guy. You ever see Free Guy? It's actually pretty funny.
I did not see Free
It's
Guy.
pretty good. I mean, if you
Yeah.
like Ryan Reynolds just being Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, that's
and
what
then
I've heard.
Channing
Yeah.
Tatum plays like a
What's
kid,
the one
a
with,
kid in his parents' basement playing video games.
Not
It's
Black
pretty
Hawk
funny.
Down, but like
Oh, there is a
Eagle
war
Down or something
There's
like
a
that.
war movie where he's a war guy.
Oh,
Well, he
no,
was
that's
in,
a
he
Roman
was in The
soldier.
Eagle.
He was the Eagle.
The Eagle.
That's
The
what.
Eagle.
that
yeah.
was actually he was
Was that
decent.
good?
He
in
was
that.
decent in.
It was
in the
decent.
Eagle.
It was
It was.
decent.
It
I'm
just
sorry.
wasn't like
Yeah,
a
we're
huge
on a-
movie.
I derailed us
Tangent.
entirely.
You just
way
right
off.
off a cliff.
Honestly,
How did you do this?
That was a
did
wooden
you do
trellis
this?
train bridge, and you
Give
just
him a
blew
round-
up the center.
Harry, give him a round of applause.
Listen,
All
give
right.
him a round. He did
I'm in
it.
a rare mood
He
today.
did it.
Well, here's the thing.
He did it.
Here's the thing.
My
We
word,
normally
you have
we
to cut
normally
that off.
we,
Otherwise,
we
it'll go.
normally film at like 10 o'clock at night.
We are
This is
sharp.
like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
so
on point.
who knows what I'm going to
Yeah,
do
that's actually
today.
very
I'm
true.
going to throw this water
Very-
over
don't
here.
throw it-
'cause
yeah, I was
there's
gonna say,
technology.
there's-
You looked at me and you were like, "I'm gonna do it here," and then you like,
We saved
No.
that soundboard made
From
sure it
water.
was from water, and then you're just gonna go
That's
ahead.
Patreon story.
What? Oh,
It's for Patreon. Don't
Hey,
ruin
we
it. They're
did,
paying
okay.
good money
Attack
for
of
those
Aquaman.
stories.
Yeah, that's-
Anyway, back to our.
Aquaman.
Aquaman. Yeah, so it wouldn't have been a good fantasy movie.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No,
either.
this movie
It was pretty
in
bad.
no way, shape, or form should have any
pretty bad.
reason to be qualified as good
Right.
Nah, but
they were
in
here's
good,
the
any
thing.
aspect.
They were good little like 30
That's-
second clips.
And they're
Sure,
and,
but-
and the brother storyline.
the brother
like,
story
yeah,
was good.
Like they,
Patrick Wilson is a good actor.
I love
Yeah.
Patrick
and
Wilson.
him and Jason
He was
Momoa
Angel, right?
No.
no,
In X-Men?
no.
That you're talking about? No, he wasn't in that.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what he's what's he from? Succession? No. Excuse me. What's he from? Can you look him up while we're talking?
I
Can
know
hack,
something.
hack a database.
Hack
a database real
Patrick
quick, Harry.
Wilson's personal file
Got it.
and
Yeah.
bring up his social security number and
Keyboard's not working.
his
And then we'll transfer all
Cell
of his
phone.
all of his money into our account.
right. Don't you have his cell phone number right under Seth Rogen?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Me
Or
and
it would have been
Patty?
above. Patrick
No, it'd be
Wilson.
way. No.
Seth
Last name.
Rogen.
Last name.
That's
Seth
true, so it'd
Rogen.
be below- so
It'd
it would
be
be
way
below.
below. It's
Way
a
below.
W.
Well, he only has celebrities in there.
Yeah, but he
This
has
is
a
the
bunch
only
of
two
celebrities. He's got a lot of celebrities
Now
in there.
Patrick Wilson, his like he
His
kept
Orm.
he kept the whole stoic.
Mhm.
I believe I did the right thing. Ocean
Mhm.
Master is the right thing.
Mhm.
I loved the fact where when Aquaman freed him, he's like, as soon as I'm done
No.
with this, what is he doing? What did he do? Supernatural,
No, come on.
Gotham,
No.
Smallville,
Logan.
Patrick Wilson.
something Batman. It's got to be something. Batman.
Oh no!
Oh my word!
Who
is he?
It's Watchmen.
He's Night Owl.
Oh,
He's
that's
Night
right.
Owl.
He's Night Owl. That's
Yeah,
right.
he's
Oh, that's
Night
right.
Owl.
I'm like,
Freaking-
I'm like,
Watchmen.
he's something,
Oh
and
my
I'm
gosh,
like,
yeah.
oh.
Yeah, he's
And
Night
he's
Owl.
phenomenal.
He was great at Night Owl. As Night Owl.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
That movie is way.
Night Owl 2.
Yes, he's the
Right,
older Night
technically,
Owl.
yeah.
Don't watch that movie if you're
Under the age
below
of
the age
18.
of like 30. Because
Yeah.
it's a terrible.
We'd
terrible
have to
movie.
we'd have to really.
We couldn't do that.
We
movie.
couldn't do
We
it.
talked about it.
We did.
We actually
did.
planned to do it, and then we rewatched it, and we're like, "This movie's really bad." Read the book; it's a little
It's
tamer.
not,
actually,
no. We need a caveat there.
I mean,
It
it's
is
a good
not.
movie.
It is a very
bad
good
content.
movie until the last moments.
I don't know, man. Anyway, that's a different story. Patrick Wilson does a great job, and his whole. But what I was saying
Yes.
is, when
Yeah.
Aquaman frees him, his first response is, "As soon as you're done, whatever you need me to do, I'm going back to prison because that's the honor of Atlantis. I'm honoring Atlantis' call to put me in prison. I'm going
Right.
back." So
He's
he's got
actually-
this high moral coach.
He's actually in a lot of
See a lot of stuff.
horror movies. Just all
Yeah.
the
Cool.
Insidiouses.
Yeah, he's
and
all. Yeah,
Ah.
yeah,
Conjuring
yeah. I
and
actually.
So, so in a horror
a
Watchmen
movie,
and
horror.
Aquaman. That's it.
You know,
Yeah,
horror-
those are the biggest.
He does a
movies for
lot
him.
of horror.
in
Yeah.
a horror movie,
Yeah,
is he?
that's right.
Is he more of like the I'm going to save the day guy, or I'm
don't
the
know.
screaming guy?
No, he's not the screaming guy, but I think
think
he's
he could
like
do a good
the
scream.
dad in a lot of them.
Oh, the dad.
I think
Yeah.
he's like
Big
I
dad
think
guy.
Yeah,
he
he's
seems
a
pretty,
big dad
like-
guy.
Yeah, he seems pretty like a
And Phantom of the
approachable.
Opera, I think, with Gerard Butler.
Oh, really?
Really?
Wait, who was he? Was he?
Raoul.
Was he? Oh, Raoul.
I don't.
Which I think is the love
you could have
interest.
named
love interest.
literally anyone in that
If
movie,
it's
and I
not
wouldn't have
Phantom,
known.
If it's not
who it
Phantom
is.
or the opera, I don't
Yeah,
know who
I-
it is.
Gerard Butler's the Phantom, dude.
Yeah, I
I
knew
know
that.
he is. What
Oh,
I made
okay.
the
The
joke of is
character,
I
the
know no
character.
other person
Yeah,
in
he's
that
the-
movie.
he's
other
the
than
guy that
Phantom.
Christine is like.
Christine?
Is
I don't
like,
even know who Christine is.
She's the main chick.
She's the main
Okay,
chick that
whatever,
falls in love
but
with.
literally,
with
like
the
you could
Phantom.
name anyone. If you had
The
said the
Phantom of
main
the
chick was
Opera.
Samantha, I would have been like, oh, okay.
Inside your mind. Yeah, you haven't seen it?
I've literally
It's actually a
seen
good movie.
you guys are not
It's a good
listening.
movie.
to
I mean, it's a
what
good
I'm
play,
saying.
but it's
I'm
a
not.
good
We're
movie.
not no, we're
seen
not
it.
listening to you.
Opera.
I've watched it. I've
just
watched
don't remember any of
the
it.
play and the movie.
I saw it on
and
Broadway.
All that I know
Did you?
is
I
that
did.
there's a Phantom of the
My
Opera.
family went.
He's
was
pretty.
cool.
He's disfigured.
I know that.
Got a little Bernie burn.
I
Got a
literally,
mask
you're,
on.
you're
He's
knocking
kinda
stuff
like a
over.
clone trooper.
Who'd
It's
you
okay.
lose?
That's Tamara Morrison.
Tamara Morrison.
He'll be
That's
fine.
just one. We've got plenty of other
No,
Tamara
they're over
Morrison.
here.
Brothers in arms, brothers in
Tamara.
life.
Okay.
That's right. Fives,
Oh my gosh, way
We'll
off
replace
again.
them.
You're doing terrible,
dude. I'm
You
Okay,
are
so I'm gonna start us
terrible.
off
What,
here.
are you gonna
I'm
get
gonna
us
start us
going?
off.
Harry, get
All right,
us
so
going.
as
Oh
per
my
usual,
gosh.
I'm gonna rip this movie apart in technicalities.
Go ahead.
So
Technical.
nothing
Yes!
makes sense in
I
the
love it.
underworld sea here. We
go
have
ahead.
vehicles that
Oh,
are
yeah,
slower
that's true.
than the people that are riding them.
Oh,
So, I don't
really?
understand-
Why are we riding the vehicle?
I don't understand why we have
They're
vehicles.
Why do
conserving
we have
energy. I
vehicles?
But,
think.
but it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
I think they're conserving energy. But you're right. They're very slow.
It doesn't make sense.
The seahorse is
at
pretty
all.
cool.
The seahorse, that's not how seahorses work.
Or they're real big. That's a real
Seahorses
big
do like this and they move.
Yeah.
They like went like this, like it's a propeller.
Yep.
Doesn't
Well,
make sense.
but he was also like a 13-foot seahorse.
Yeah.
The one that Aquaman.
So like, do like 13-foot humans work differently than like 6-foot humans?
Well, what I'm saying is they don't exist.
I think they still
Those
use their
big
legs to
seahorses.
walk.
Maybe. Have you
No,
ever?
that's true. Yeah,
Have
man.
you ever met
Yeah,
a
man.
13-foot
He doesn't walk
human?
I don't know. I
He
would just
doesn't walk
assume.
differently.
Don't stand up.
The only one who walks differently is Orm.
Oh.
That's the only one who walks
Yeah.
differently.
The best part. Of the movie.
No, the
Best part.
like
Go
the
ahead.
I don't know.
Yeah,
The-
that is nip. That's
Yeah.
not fun.
I don't get, again with the vehicles, I don't get why the Hammerhead submarine they used in like the what is it, Necros?
Oh yeah.
Necros, they're like,
Yeah.
you see them like all like running in when it's like the time of the height of the battle.
Yeah.
Why do they have submarines when these people live underwater? They'd be
Right,
dying in their submarine.
Right, because there's no water in there.
They'd be in their weaponized submarine and die.
Yeah. Now I do remember.
Squid launcher.
I do remember
Yeah.
that. So we were talking about this before. That it's like, how are they outside the water so much? But if you wasn't it in the first Aquaman movie that like
The first Aquaman movie, the higher
high up
yes.
people, the high up in the families could survive outside water.
Sure, but
Yes,
these
the
are
lower
these
end.
are
And then
boats
the lower
and
ends,
submarines
they
made
needed
for
the
the.
suit
Right.
with the water in it,
It, like,
to be able to
lets it
keep
out.
them.
None of
Yeah.
these people had that
Yeah, no,
because the
I know.
people
Well, they
randomly, when they got the technology of the Necrons or whatever,
They moved well away from that.
they all everyone's in their little Nazi like wide
Yeah, how
hip
about those
suits.
outfits? Where'd they get those?
Nazi Germany.
Probably, or like discount though, because I think the hips were in the wrong. Like
The hips,
they were in the wrong.
yeah,
spot,
they're
weren't
usually
they?
in like the calf section.
yeah, I
Now
don't
they're
know,
in like
they
the
were,
hips.
like,
They all
weird.
looked like Mr. Funky Pants or whatever from the show when I was growing up. Like I forget what it was.
Mr. Funky.
No,
You
it's-
had a- I-
hold on.
I don't know
Pause.
this show at
Picture.
all.
I'm going to put a picture up here of
Okay.
Mr. Funky.
It's not
Mr.
Mr. Funky
Funky
Pants.
Pants?
No, it's from Between the Lions. Do you ever see that show?
No,
The
I'm gonna
PBS
put it
show?
up
No.
Between the
You know why?
Lions
Because I'm
picture here.
10 years younger than you.
What are these?
Anyway,
It doesn't
We grew up
matter.
on
Between the Lions.
We grew up on the street.
No, you didn't.
Sesame
Sesame
Street.
Street.
I did.
Well, yeah, so did I.
That was all I was allowed to watch until I was in like middle school.
I wasn't even
Yes.
allowed to watch Sesame Street.
You weren't allowed to watch
No,
Sesame Street.
it was too progressive. Go ahead.
What?
See, I was allowed to watch it because if I didn't watch that, I couldn't watch
You would
anything
watch
because we didn't
something
have
else.
cable.
Right.
So.
Right.
No,
Right,
that's
all we
got.
had.
That's all you had. It's either that or
So-
the soaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives, which is
Hey,
still
that
running.
teaches
I don't
some-
know.
Solid life lessons.
Really? That
We're
people
not.
come back
I
to
am
life
not
all the
willing to
time?
go on a tangent of Days of Our Lives.
of Our
I'm going to
Lives.
keep it going here. So
That's where I draw the line. Days of Our Lives.
yeah, no,
Channing Tatum with long hair.
No.
Days of Our
Sunny.
absolutely
I'm not
not.
talking about Sunny out here, okay?
Go ahead.
So
That might
vehicles
that might have been
don't
General
make sense.
Hospital. Is Sunny on
Suits
General Hospital or
don't
Days
make
of Our
sense.
Lives?
Stop talking. You know what?
Suits don't make sense.
I'm gonna do it.
Don't
No,
you
no,
dare.
keep going.
Don't you
We're
dare. This
sorry.
is good
We
content.
apologize.
This is
All
good
right.
content.
Continue.
And so suits don't make sense
they didn't make
because
sense.
these low life people somehow can breathe in their unwaterized vehicles.
Sure.
The energy of whatever the heck
I
Aquawabada,
can't remember. I just looked
whatever
it
it is,
up. Aquilum. I don't know what it was.
Aqualum?
Aquilium.
Aquilium.
We'll call it Aquilium.
Aquilium.
I think I still have the.
It's-
I
tab.
like that. That's
yeah.
good.
Anyway,
Aquilium makes more
They're
sense.
like
We
it's
should've gone-
super sensitive and explosive and blah blah blah, and they're
they
like
just throw
throwing it
those
around
things all over the
in these
place.
canisters. Like and I know it's a joke. They're like it's highly explosive. Flip it.
Well, I'm gonna throw it.
But like you think like you throw it and like it hits the bad guy, then it doesn't explode. It does nothing. There's
Nothing
nothing.
exploded. There are very
Not a
little
single
explosions.
thing blows up. It's stupid.
It's true.
Are you done?
No, I could keep going.
Keep going.
Um,
Keep going. I'm waiting for the one that I was expecting.
He's
electricity?
Keep
No,
going.
no.
Um,
I have one that I'm like, that's a big
I
technicality.
mean,
that
Orm
thought
like
you were gonna.
Orm
like.
doesn't have a suit, but we kind of explained that a little bit.
He shouldn't have his suit because he was rescued from the thing.
Right.
I don't know what.
I thought you were gonna talk about Randall Park and how he's alive.
my
Well, that's
Randall Park should.
he's
never,
apparently
never live.
just
Is he
Wilson
does he have
Fisk
su-
can
does he have
absorb.
superpowers?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is he superpowered?
I guess
did.
so. Apparently, there's
He
this.
did.
He should have blown up and died several times,
Yeah. He made out
and he keeps
One of
coming
the
back with like no scratches.
most unscathed humans, and he got hit by everything. Or a Calcum.
Or Calcum.
Or a Calcum.
Or a Calcum.
Yeah.
What a terrible name.
Or Calcum.
I don't know if that's from the comics or not. But it's horrible. They
There's
need to
some
come up with
rough-
a better name.
Yeah.
So then the other thing too is, so at one point to take
Unobtainium
down,
would be better.
yeah. Oh my word.
We can't obtain it. It's unobtainable.
It's unobtainable.
Unobtainium.
Unobtainium.
Or a calcum, man. We gotta
So
workshop
they
these
have that
names
like
more.
volcano that they're burying the orichalcum literally just to create chaos and destroy
Right.
the ocean, which is fine. But like Aquaman,
Well,
his
to
only
heat up-
power
to heat up the
is to
Talk
like
to fish.
talk to fish, and we see that there's hundreds of fish around this
How
area.
many fish helped?
No, the
Very,
only time
very
they did was
little.
when they like used a bloom, 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 bloom sonar to sink
did.
the ship
did sink the
and
ship
make
with the
everyone's
sonar.
head explode. Apparently, but not really.
No,
but-
because they lived. The lady got in the mech suit. She also should have died, and she got like thrown around with the mech suit. And
I
she,
think she jumped in the mech suit. No, that was after.
No.
That was after.
I'm saying she survived all of that. Oh wait, was the sonar
There's-
thing after?
I think so.
I
I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. But anyway,
bad.
but you're telling me
lot of
that
deaths
they're
that
like
should've
5
happened.
months went by. 5 months went by that they're
Yeah.
destroying the Earth in this South Pacific area, whatever it was.
Right. They
How long did
I-
it
they,
take
like,
to destroy
it-
the Earth?
They
Well, the
kept
best-
saying
the best-
somewhere.
yeah, the best part, there was multiple times they're like somewhere in the Pacific, and then somewhere in the Atlantic. It's like where the frick is this movie?
Somewhere
taking
and
place?
somewhere. It's like,
somewhere.
and then it was like 5 months
no,
somewhere.
There's seven. There's oceans.
Right.
Like
Well,
there's
the
a lot
be-
of oceans we
well,
got to
the-
deal with
the
here.
best-
Okay.
The best part.
But fish can't talk to each other?
the best
So
part.
fish can't talk to each other, but Aquaman can talk to all the fish.
The best part was that,
That's science.
Aquaman and Orm go to that pirate haven with what's his name, with
Kingfish.
King whatever. What's it? Martin Short. Is it
Martin Short.
Yeah.
And
Oh my word! There's a
they go
Star
to
Wars
him-
scene.
Right? Yeah. Well, he looks like Jabba the Hutt for one thing.
Jabba the Hutt, and there's like singers
And
like,
there's
big
lips,
yeah,
blue fish,
a little guy like playing like
playing the bongos.
yeah.
But the point is, they go to the, they
That
go
was
to this.
good.
That was good.
That was
actually
good, man.
Was actually
I don't know what
somewhat
other.
of a-
He's got to fix this stuff
almost-
because he definitely messed some
everything.
stuff up.
Well, I just instead of having it super loud, I just
They
turned
go,
it.
to,
yeah.
they go to Kingfish, and they're like, "We need to go to Kingfish to find out where Black
pointless.
Manta is."
Pointless.
Right? Pointless because they find
Nobody
out.
has
right?
a cell phone
Well,
underwater.
no. But it gets better because they find
Nobody
out.
has a
Right?
cell
Shell
phone
phone.
underwater.
They find out, and,
Yeah. Give yourself one.
Or
Give
a-
yourself one.
or a
love it.
magic conch.
Yes.
Will I get married?
No.
Maybe someday. So they find,
ice cream?
they find out where he is, and they're like, "All right, now we know where to go." And so they start going there, and he's on this freaking volcano that's emitting this giant green
Plume of-
beam
yeah.
into space. Like you couldn't find that.
That's what I'm saying. Like
There
these
is
these
no
fish ain't around there. They're just like, yeah, I'm gonna wait
Giant
5 to 6
fish.
months
There
to
is
tell Aquaman
no-
about this.
Doesn't
There's
even
no
matter.
rhyme or reason to how
No.
we are attacking this
Doesn't-
movie
well,
because
no.
there is no rhyme or reason
the
to
movie.
this movie.
It doesn't
Yeah.
even matter.
There's like there's no way
It doesn't-
that we can appropriately break down
How
like
bad it was?
how like what is wrong with this movie
Yeah.
because of the
Trash.
fact that you're just like, and then another thing
No, but it doesn't even matter.
that reminds me.
Who cares if the fish could tell him? You're saying Atlantis doesn't have the technology that could like detect a giant green beam going to space?
Yeah, apparently
Just go in a plane.
they're worried about giving
go in a
the
plane.
surface dwellers our technology.
The amount you don't
Holy
have
crap.
technology. Like nobody wants the technology that Atlantis has because you're
Trash.
clearly way behind.
It's bubble
Like
buttons.
you can't communicate
They got, like-
effectively with other people.
I also
Like,
don't
Their
understand.
buttons are like giant bubbles. They're like bubble buttons.
Yeah, I honestly
That's
don't
crazy.
understand
Bubble
their
button.
technology. I don't understand their demographic of like because there's like people selling fish in markets. I'm like, you are fish.
No,
You're selling your own.
they were little people, like little
they're
humans.
cannibals, man. They're
Just
cannibals,
kelp
bro.
sandwiches. What is this?
Yeah, what are they eating? Is it vegetables? Well,
I
no,
don't know.
Listen.
It's
What's
rough.
his?
It's rough.
Doesn't Mr. Krabs make Krabby Patties? I mean, he makes them out of some kind of fish, doesn't he?
You ever think about that? Mr. Krabs makes Krabby Patties.
Yeah. Well, he's
What do he
I think
makes
he's
them out of?
naming it after
Yeah,
himself.
nobody knows.
But the
Plankton, apparently.
Yeah, that's what they found. They
Oh.
just made out of plankton.
But then
He
makes a
plankton
joke, and then he's
Yeah,
like,
it's
"Is
fake.
it really?
It really is.
It's really just plankton."
It's
So,
just killing all
Harry,
of plankton's
you've
relatives.
named a bunch of it. Do you have one redeeming thing?
one good thing.
One good thing.
One good thing.
Can you pick out one thing that you're like, I enjoyed that.
Amber Heard had like 3 lines.
I thought you were just gonna say, I'm gonna edit it out. That just says
You got to
Amber
get
Heard.
that. Yeah. It's just,
Amber Heard. is my
Amber
favorite
Heard.
part.
What?
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard.
And then the next scene is just going to be an edited version of you with Amber Heard pictures all behind your desk.
Yeah.
It's going to be it.
Tamara Morrison's in it.
Tamara Morrison was great.
Okay.
He had some good, Tamara Morrison
it.
had some good father-son
Yeah, good
stuff
father-son
with,
stuff.
where he's like, I just woke
He
up
did
and
in the
I did love the scene of the like
did in the
Tamara
first one, too.
Morrison
That's
just
true.
holding the Aqua
Oh, my
lad,
word. Yeah.
and Jason Momoa just doing like donuts in the sand with a motorcycle. It's just like, what is going on right now? And he's just like,
Jason Momoa is just like, what if Aquaman?
Born to be wild, but it's born to be wild. It's just like,
no
why?
context. What if Aquaman? Jason Momoa goes to like the meeting, with James Wan.
He's like, I got an idea.
I got an idea. What if Aquaman is just me? Like,
That's literally,
what if I just like go?
literally that's what it is. They're just like, you know what? Screw it.
It's like he's sitting there drinking Guinness, eating burgers, sitting in that. Half the time he's in the house, like playing games with his dad, and
drinking Guinness.
beer.
Yeah.
And it's like.
Yeah.
That is legitimately half the movie.
Jason Momoa is
Just
as
was like, I just
Aquaman.
want to be me.
Yeah.
But you know what? Do you think
It's really lazy writing
Yeah.
around Aquaman.
Do you think the motorcycle scene though is like kind of like a hey, I'm going to be Lobo?
No.
Okay, well, legitimately one redeeming thing
One
without
redeeming
doing like
thing,
something we've talked about beforehand.
Yeah, sure.
But I mean, I've said it before, but his suit at the end is legit.
Yeah, his
like
suit's freaking
it's a
sick.
practical suit,
Yeah.
as far as I know. And if it wasn't a practical suit,
I'm sure there's some like CG touch-ups, but it
sure.
looks like it's
but like
he's
it's like
really
scaled,
wearing
like
it. Yeah.
the what is that, goldish orangish kind of?
Yeah.
I don't know, colors.
It's orange. Yeah, it's like bright
yeah.
orange.
Okay,
Yeah. It's like that turtle bottle orange.
yeah, it's like sweet looking.
It's super
Ain't yeah.
We can't see these colors,
Same
bro.
color.
Yeah, like
that over there.
This,
Like,
this
this-
orange. I'm just kidding. I can see that. I think it's a little bit deeper than
It
that.
probably is. His suit is really cool. It also hid the fact that
This orange right here, bro.
It also hid the fact that
He's fat.
Jason Momoa doesn't work out.
Yeah. No, yeah.
He's working out. And so it's just like he's either in a baggy shirt.
Yeah.
Or he's in the armored shirt.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
only
I'm
time
not
he's not
knocking
in a
Jason
shirt.
Momoa.
No,
Like
he's
he's not.
No,
He's
Jason
not
Momoa's
like
arms,
fat.
bro. Big arms, bro.
Yeah.
He does.
But he's not like Aquaman 1 big.
Well, or
or
Justice League.
Or Justice League.
When
Yeah.
he does
He
have his shirt
literally
off when he
got-
goes into the water when he's talking to Bruce Wayne.
And he's
In-
gone on to
where's that,
say
Norway?
In
somewhere, some
Norway or
Icelandic.
way up there.
Iceland, yeah.
But
Yeah.
he's going on interviews and just saying like, I hate that. Like,
Yeah.
and I respect
Yeah.
him for it, man. All for it. And if I had a face like Jason Momoa, I wouldn't work out either. Man, he's super good looking.
You can draw away from the body.
Yeah, right. 100%. Nobody's looking at Jason Momoa. It's the face, man, and the hair,
Face
and
and
the
the arms.
rings, and the arms.
Yep.
Yep.
Sure.
And the giant bike as he circles around his half Atlantean, or
Yeah.
is it 75% Atlantean sun?
Yeah.
'Cause he's got some human in him.
Right. Yeah.
So he's got a little bit of human in Aqualad.
No, it'd be
Wait,
25%. It would be
is-
25%.
what's her
bro.
name?
That's like just
25% of
Aquaman's
humans.
mom.
Basically,
Human.
yeah, that's just
75%.
basic
I
math.
said 75% Atlantean.
Yeah, but you then went 30% human. That's
No, I said 25. I
105%.
said 25.
No, you
Did I say 30?
You
Roll it
said
back.
30. Roll it
Put it
back,
right here.
bro. You were
Right
like,
here.
you were like
Put it up there, put it up
75%
there.
human, 30% is like
35%.
30% human.
Whatever.
Like that's
Science,
105%,
math.
bro.
Listen, Aquaman goes all the way.
Yeah, he's always giving
All the way.
105%.
He's giving
Aqualad is always
Aqualad.
giving
Giving
it.
105%.
So, to-
but the problem is that
Tamara
that
Morrison-
extra 5% is human.
The extra 5% is Amber Heard. So you like Tamara Morrison, you like the father-son thing.
Okay.
There. That was good. Yeah, I did too.
Great.
No,
What
I was
about
saying
you?
the suit.
Oh, yeah.
He
and
said the suit.
and
That hasn't been
so
said
Tamara
before.
Morrison
Yeah.
and the suit.
Yeah, what about you?
I mean,
How am I leading this? What about you, bro? I'm gonna just ruin all this.
Channing Tatum.
Stop it.
No, I mean, I like the. It's so hard, man. It's hard to think about.
All right, well, come back next week. We'll be doing what if.
Continue having this stroke I'm having. I like the Aquaman Orm thing. I did. I like the brothers thing.
Yeah, it was funny.
I thought I honestly, other than I talked to you guys about this before, I loved Orm's running when he's camped. Doesn't know how to run.
Yeah,
and he's
it's
just
great.
like limping his arms around like Naruto.
Full Naruto.
And he's just and he's like, I've never run before. And Aquaman's like, do this. And he's like, okay. And then he goes real
takes
fast.
off.
That was funny. But honestly, my favorite part of the movie, other than that was very small. was the
30-second scene.
It was essentially probably less than that altogether. It was the beginning, the very opening of the movie where Aquaman is telling his son about how he stopped pirates, and I just thought it was really funny. Like, so it starts out with like the pirates coming in, and it's like, oh man, and I'm like, oh, of course, Aquaman's fighting pirates because all he does.
Right.
They're on the ocean, so he's gonna fight them.
Yeah.
And he like jumps up on the boat. And he's like, bah! He looks all super cool, and the suit's awesome.
Starting to
He's
kick
wearing
some
the same
butt.
suit. He
Yeah.
starts to kick butt. And then it cuts to him like playing with action figures in front of his son. And he's like, and then Daddy kicked the pirate across the ship, and then like cuts back to the pirate flying across the ship, and he's like retelling his acts of heroism, to his little son. And I just thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
And I felt kind of akin to Aquaman
So
having a new son, and I'm like,
I think you're,
I'm pretty much Jason Momoa now.
Yeah.
All right, we get it. You have a son. Move along.
No, but
I mean,
It's the way he
That's
finished
the
it.
only
It's the way
way.
he
That's
finished
the
it. He
only
didn't
reason
finish
he's
it.
like, I'm
He
a
didn't
dad
finish
now.
it.
I'm Aquaman.
He didn't finish it the way I thought he was
Do
gonna
you
finish
take
it.
like
I
action
thought he was gonna
figures
finish
and
it.
do that
Like,
with
I'm relating
Parker?
it. I'm relating
Ah,
to him
jeez.
now is what I thought he was going to say. He goes,
No.
no, it's just I'm Aquaman now.
No, not Aquaman. I'm Jason Momoa.
I'm just
So what you're saying? Wait, hold on. So what
Aquaman.
you're saying is when the new Batman comes out with Damian, then I
Yes.
need to have a child
That's-
and say,
yeah.
100%.
yeah, when they were doing this thing, now I'm Batman.
And that's real.
No, because in that movie, it's gonna literally be like, yeah, I remember like, and then I beat the crap out of my kid, just like Batman was beating the crap out of Damien, and I'm Batman.
That's right.
then
And he's always trying to kill me.
He's
my
always
son
trying to
tried
kill
to
me.
assassinate
And then
me.
my son, he jumped on my back, started stabbing me with a knife, and I was like,
So I
Damien.
threw across the room out a window.
And I looked to the camera and I was like, Lazarus Pits. Jeez. Anyway, that was bad. How about you, Logan? Any redeeming qualities
Yeah,
of this movie?
yeah.
It's DCEU's over.
DCEU is over.
Is gone.
DCEU is
See you later.
over. We can
See you
finally
never.
say it. We don't
Put it in a
ever
coffin, bury
need
it.
to say again. There's only one more. There's two more. There's it's over.
No, you're digging out the hole. Dig in the
over.
hole. Put the
Yeah,
dirt
put
in
the
the hole.
dirt
Put it in the hole.
No, don't you dare dig down. Don't you
he's
dare
digging it up.
dig down.
Well, did you hear the new? I mean,
Don't you dare.
James Gunn is actually stepping back and
No.
they're looking at Zack Snyder.
Snyder's to take it over
Nah,
again.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yep.
Get out of
I
here.
mean, he is. They said they were looking at him for Netflix series.
For
That's
what
true.
Netflix
For
series? For Rebel Moon. they bought it.
for superheroes.
They were thinking, they were talking. There's this rumor out there that Netflix is trying to get some like rights to do some DC stuff, and that they were gonna let Zack Snyder
Kinda like an
Not
HBO
after Rebel
in
Moon, they
Netflix.
won't. No.
They probably will.
Well,
Yeah.
somebody's going to keep giving
They
him stuff
keep
because
giving
they
Zack
keep
Snyder
giving
stuff.
Zack Snyder stuff. It makes no sense.
Well,
They
I
just
mean,
keep giving him
He's
stuff, and he
definitely
keeps
listen. We'll give him.
not doing.
He's definitely passionate about it.
He's
And
passionate.
and he can make stuff that
And
looks.
he's wrong.
He can make stuff that looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool, and he's
eye candy.
probably here. And I will give him this as one
made a
piece
lot of
of
money.
credit. His stuff looks the most probably like it's
Comic
a comic
stuff,
book.
yeah.
Like it's a comic book. That's
you know
what I
what?
would give him. But because Watchmen,
Yeah.
Watchmen looks exactly like a
And
comic
his
book.
the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League was
Yep.
freaking fantastic.
Looks
And
like
you
a
know
comic
what?
book.
And you know what?
Yep.
Kudos to him.
Yep.
He's doing what he wants to do.
Sure, whatever.
He's getting his art made, and
Yeah.
he's making millions of dollars. That's more than we can say.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
but
Zack
that's also
Snyder,
why. I mean,
teach
all
us
the
how-
things
teach us
that
your
you
ways.
just said make me hate him more.
Yeah.
Well,
Fair
verdict
enough.
time. Yeah,
Well,
verdict.
yeah. Well, actually, we'll end with you. What do you think, Logan? Verdict.
I want to do two verdicts. Can we do two?
I mean,
So
we can-
here's
honestly, we make
first
up the
verdict.
rules every
Here's
time
what I'm
we're
saying.
here,
Yeah,
so.
we make the all who.
They always change.
These
Points
rules
don't matter.
Like we were gonna at one point like write them down. We don't do that.
We don't do-
Here's
we
what
don't-
I'm going to say.
we don't do that.
So we are doing
In our
two
minds.
verdicts. First verdict is for Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom.
Okay.
Second verdict is for
DCEU.
the overall DCEU.
Holy crap! I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so
Go ahead.
yeah, it is. It goes crap. I thought I was going to have like a different answer for DCEU.
No.
Hot pile of garbage. Hot pile of
Hot pile of-
garbage.
hot pile
All
of-
right,
yeah,
that
I
sums
was
it up.
trying to like think
There's
about
some-
like
I mean,
what are the
there's
redeeming
one,
factors?
There's one. Man of Steel.
Man of Steel
Man
was
of Steel
good.
is good.
Yeah.
Man of Steel was a good movie.
Yeah.
Everything else, garbage. Zack Snyder's version of Justice League was a
League
good movie,
was
but
a
that
good
doesn't.
movie.
I don't think it can actually count as the
It doesn't.
DCEU because it's not
It's
within
an
their
asterisk.
canon.
It's an asterisk. Yeah.
So Man of Steel. Oh,
I
and
don't
Sui-
think-
and
I
Suicide
don't
Squad.
The
Which
second one.
Suicide Squad?
Oh, David Ayer, of course. Freaking amazing.
I don't know if James Gunn's Suicide Squad counts as a part.
It does not. It does not. It's its own thing. No,
Yeah.
it's not part of the DCEU, and it's not part of the DCEU either.
It's not part of any of it.
Because James Gunn made that before he
Viola
was hired.
Davis is all over the map, though. She's everywhere.
So Peacemaker is apparently part of the DCU.
Yeah,
and she's
I know
in
that.
that one.
Yeah.
So she's going to be in
But
everything.
if
That's a shame
Peacemaker-
because-
hold on. But if Peacemaker is a part of the DCU, Peacemaker
And his storyline-
his storyline
It ties
comes
to
from
the
Suicide
Suicide
Squad.
Squad.
The Suicide
So that means
Squad.
he has to be in the
maybe
DCU.
it is. Maybe it is.
And imagine getting
it was a great
what's
movie.
what's
I don't care.
Yeah,
What's
I loved it. I
good.
just rewatched it
Deadshot's
recently.
It's
name?
lots of fun.
Yeah.
Idris Elba.
Imagine
That's
him.
not Deadshot. Bloodsport.
No,
What?
it's not.
Deadshot is Bloodsport. It is Idris Elba.
You're
Oh,
right. You're
yeah.
right. They did.
Idris
They got rid
Elba.
of Deadshot.
Deadshot
with Will
was
Smith.
Deadshot
Will
was
Smith.
Will Smith. Yeah,
And
no,
then-
he could die.
Right. You're right.
Well,
he's
that
not-
character
like-
can. He's a good character.
Bloodsport was a good
Will
character.
Smith's not a good. What are we, some
Idris
guy in
Elba.
a Suicide Squad?
When
Probably the greatest line in cinematic history.
he shoots the gun, he's like,
It's so-
That's the name of the movie! Idiot!
"Hey, man, you got it." At that point,
All
in
right,
the
what
movie,
is your verdict?
Hot pile of garbage. Hot pile of
Good,
garbage.
how
It
about-
can be buried and burned.
I would say, yeah, I would say that because of Man of Steel.
You're not going to like
Every
my
time.
answer
Well,
either.
no, because of Man of Steel, I'm going to say, I'm not going to ask your permission. I can say what I want. Because of
Permission
Man of
granted.
Steel, I'm going to say the DCEU is just garbage. Aquaman is
One
not a pile
movie.
of garbage.
One movie.
No.
Pulls
See,
it
I'm
out
gonna
of the
argue with
hot
you there.
pile of
Because it's
garbage.
good.
All right, so you're
And
done.
Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman was fine.
Yeah.
Was not. The first Wonder Woman. The first Wonder Woman was not
No.
like
I fell
hot
asleep.
Garbage.
How do we rate things?
I thought it was okay.
I fell asleep.
Okay.
So
How
I say-
many?
I say
Yeah, I know. It's
I
like
say
how many of
garbage and
these
hot
movies
garbage.
did Harry fall asleep during?
All of them. I say garbage and hot
Not
garbage.
all of them.
So there's still everything's still garbage.
So,
Go ahead, Harry.
Aquaman 2 is hot pile of garbage.
And
It
Aquaman
was-
1 was good. So I'm going to say garbage and hot
So
garbage. Go ahead.
my verdict for the DCEU is a few things. Man of Steel. No,
He might hurt you more than I
I
just
will.
did.
I will hurt you.
Oh, no. Stay there.
But
Stay
Logan,
there. No,
Logan,
stay
I have to
there.
ask you something. Do you bleed?
Oh, no.
You
oh,
will.
No. Oh, no.
I'm gonna come for you.
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna come over this
That's fine.
table. I will ruin everything. I will
fine.
ruin everything.
No.
Just
so
go ahead.
number one reason for me is
Sit down.
what comic book?
Oh, no.
What's he doing?
He's getting,
He's getting a
he's getting
lightsaber?
weaponry, I'm sure.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
Let him come.
You will try.
You will try.
He's got Hulk hands, too.
What do you?
He's gonna drop his lightsaber because he's
fine.
trying to hold the Hulk hands.
Probably will.
Oh, no, he's got 1-in-1. That's smart. Smart move.
All right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So,
So because
Anyway.
of the DCEU.
back to what we're saying.
Yeah, what were you saying?
The DCEU.
yeah.
What is one of my favorite? Like, what is the collecting comic book run that I collect? Sorry, that was backward.
Brave and the Bold. Brave and the
Yes.
Bold.
Okay. So, what is like the number one selling Brave and the Bold comic? Do we know? Do you guys know?
Batman.
The most expensive one. I'm
Batman,
sorry.
Brave and the Bold, #1.
No, well, it's very that is very expensive because they like literally made like 1,000 of them. But anyway,
What did he say? What was
no, it's Starro. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's the
Yes.
Justice League
Starro
of
is
America
great.
versus Star Wars.
Yes.
Star Wars.
I love Starro.
Okay.
Yes.
So that being said, that movie, because I think it is part of the DCU,
EU.
but yeah, it was a combination of the two.
It was,
So
yeah, it was both.
like it was during the time of the EU. So like, is it really? May the Spider-Man be with you. So with that, we're just not even like
I'm listening to you. I'm just trying to
So-
protect myself.
Why isn't my lightsaber working?
probably because the batteries are dead, but it's been on the couch for like 6 months or a year. For a year.
A year.
Shut your mouth.
What was that?
So
It's hard.
I need to get you out of
I
my way.
liked, but
Get
listen,
you out of my
who is
way.
one of our favorite superhero and just actors in general outside of superheroism? Henry Cavill.
Oh,
he
Henry
was
Cavill,
play.
yes.
We
Yeah.
we saw
I love
and
Cavill.
we
respect him a lot.
like
We
realized
have
his immense
Cavill.
talents
Yeah.
through Superman.
Yes,
Yes.
we did.
Okay, and I think with that we saw another person that could have played a really, really, really good Batman, not be able to play a really, really good Batman. So
Batman.
I think
Yeah.
Batman versus Superman was better than people say it was.
They give it credit for.
Sure. Especially the director.
So I think Man of
Director's
Steel,
cut, definitely.
Batman versus Superman, and that's it.
Okay.
What about
So
Aquaman?
it's garbage. Aquaman, I don't think it's
Would that
hard to
be
make a
garbage,
good
though?
Aquaman movie.
But I'm saying, would Aquaman
Mo-
1 be
Can
garbage?
you- here,
If it's not,
can
then that's
I-
going to also
It's
sway
garbage. It's
things.
not hot pile of garbage.
Yeah,
It's just
garbage.
garbage.
Before I murder you,
Sure.
you'll
try.
Can I give you a?
But wait, what did he say? What's your verdict for the DCEU?
Just garbage.
Garbage.
Just
Just
regular
say
garbage.
There you go.
Are you listening?
Well, I wanted to make sure he was finished
He
his
said
point.
garbage. He made his point. I heard him. My question, my
Sure.
caveat is, but doesn't what you just said
Yeah.
make you even more infuriated because of the fact that there was so much wasted potential? Doesn't that
It does
doesn't that bring
make
it
me
down
upset.
even more?
It does. But there is a point where we got to see not the best, not the greatest, but a version of a Justice League on the big screen where we've never seen before.
I know,
Sure.
but doesn't
Without Zack Snyder and what's his name? Will Wheaton.
Joss Whedon.
Joss
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton
Will
from Star
Wheaton.
Trek.
Wesley
Star
Crusher from
Trek.
Star
Yeah.
Trek. If Will Wheaton directs this, we'd have a great movie.
That's probably true.
Probably.
He's a good
Probably.
nerd.
Without Will
Good
Wheaton
nerd.
and
Good
Zack
nerd.
Snyder, we would never have seen these people in the big theater.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying we're not going to see that later on, but we can die today saying we saw a Justice League big screen movie.
So what I'm hearing you say,
I'm saying
is that you're putting it at garbage based on the fact
that they
that
tried.
they tried,
Yep.
and that you have so much love for the DC universe, just like
DC in general. Just DC. Just DC. Comics
that you're so thankful for the fact that it actually got made.
in general.
Okay, and
Yeah.
so you literally can't put it down at hot pile of garbage because
at least
of
it exists.
They
because
tried.
It exists.
They tried.
Okay, I'll allow you to live.
You don't
And
allow
then
me
not-
to do anything.
I'm not gonna have to bring you back to life with Shenron.
We're not going to waste a wish on that.
No, bringing him back to life.
I'll just crawl to
We'll
my
just-
Lazarus pit.
We'll put him stuffed. We'll put him stuffed
gotta-
over there in the chair.
we gotta
Just
Legion-
keep kicking it over to him and being like, "Great point, Harry."
We got a Legion Lamborghini.
That's what you guys do anyway now.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
Yeah.
what would you say for Aquaman? What would you put
That
for
was
Are
hot
you
pile of garbage.
literally not listening?
He didn't say the Aquaman one.
Yeah.
Did you say the Aquaman one?
I started off Aquaman 2 was garbage. Like hot pile of
garbage.
garbage.
He
Oh,
said
okay,
that.
I didn't. Well,
Yeah.
listen, I'm fearing for my life. I got all this weaponry around me, and I'm in the middle.
Okay.
All right,
That's
and I got a Spider-Man here, and he'll
'cause
probably
when
live,
when this clash happens,
but I won't.
It's gonna blow up the universe when
He's
this
like, "I'm
clash
out."
happens.
Get me out of here, Spider-Man.
All right.
All right, well, that's what we think about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. What do you guys think about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom? Leave it in the comments down below so that we can talk about it
And the DCEU.
and tell you if you like it that you're wrong. No, I'm kidding. You can have your own opinion. It just might not be correct.
It's just wrong.
Yeah, it's not in my microphone. We will see you guys next time on the Legion of Comic Correction.